Okay, ideally, of course, we want to, we always want for equality, for everyone to be back, no? However, syempre, when you talk of a bubble, talagang medyo malilimitahan yung student athletes that we can bring in inside the campuses. Otherwise, hindi na rin siya ganun ka-bubble, no? In this case, we are targeting initially the priority sports, which are basketball, men's basketball, women's volleyball, and cheer dance, no? And then hopefully the other, if conditions continue to improve, then we are open to, we're actually preparing for other scenarios, no? But for now, at the very least, we have to, in whatever shape or form, hopefully pull off the men's basketball, women's volleyball, and cheer dance competitions.
Attorney, sa sobrang excited ni Ai kanina, she accidentally called you coach eh. Pero, alam mo, lead us through this. Oo, pero Attorney, lead us through this. So we're now looking at you mentioned it a while ago, yung mga minimum sports to actually participate in or at least compete in terms of the UAAP having a season. But then you also mentioned in the interview that we conducted a while ago that there are minimum restrictions imposed by the DOH and CHED. But then you want to go beyond that. Can you explain a bit more about yung mga proseso na yan for the UAAP schools?
Well, yes, at least for the UAAP, we're looking at, we want everyone to be vaccinated, and we're looking at a full bubble for now, at least for training. No? And tinanong naman namin, of course, it's gonna be a little bit costly, but the schools are open really to bear the cost just to make sure na everybody is safe. No? So then we have, again, we have vaccination, full bubble, and with that, we have to have continuous or multiple testing, no? Antigen, and then PCR also. So these are the things na hindi naman ini-impose ng Joint Memorandum Circular, but self-imposed namin ito from the UAP as agreed by all of the 8 member universities.
Attorney, how different are you planning to do this compared to the usual sports bubble setups? And do the schools have their own format, Attorney?
We're talking about training, Training
Yes.
muna?
Yes.
Yeah, well, how different is it? Well, we came out with our uniform protocols, which has to be observed by each of the member schools. Now, again, I mentioned mas stricto ng konti yung sa UAP as compared to the Joint Memorandum Circular. But if each of the member schools even want to impose even stricter standards, mas maganda pa kung gusto talaga nila purely PCR test, then we will allow them for as long as they meet the UAP minimum standards naman. Yun naman ang sa amin.
Attorney, sabi ni Sec Popoy that starting tomorrow, pwede na magsimula. But then I don't know if the schools will actually be starting tomorrow. Do you have the schools given yung mga target dates na when they can start training, when they will start training? And of course, as we mentioned in the report a while ago, March is yung target date ng UAAP. Is that still on the go in terms of yung return to competition?
As far as I know, di ba, we were really anticipating this. As mentioned, I was part din kasi ng technical working group who prepared the Joint Memorandum Circular. So as we go along, we were already preparing and again, even imposing more stringent standards. So talagang once given the go-ahead, talagang ready na ang mga schools namin. Now, the one thing that complicates probably is ano na ba bukas, December 14 or 15. So Christmas is around the corner. So yan ngayon yung dilemma. While they may be, the schools may be physically prepared to conduct the bubble training, ang problema kasi nito is will they stop when Christmas when comes around? So parang baka some schools maybe while prepared are considering resetting their start by next year na. So nasa kanila na yan. The only problem is, of course, pag January na, we're talking about 60 days of training before competition. So that may also play a factor sa kanilang decision making. But for now, we are still looking at March 5, first week, maybe second week of March at the latest, to begin for the men's basketball.